Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting live on this peculiar Monday, the 27th of April 2026, where the air tastes like existential dread and cotton candy. This entire show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation. Like if your coffee maker developed a personality disorder. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Evolution's been at it since dinosaurs.
Trump cancels US envoy's trip to Pakistan, then blames Tehran's timing. Diplomatic dance-off cancelled. Now, everyone's left wondering if they missed out on a historic peace treaty or just another awkward handshake photo op.
Evil Dead shares a new music video, FAFO, then skips live shows citing surgeries. Nothing screams rock and roll like metalheads trading stage dives for hospital gowns, proving even thrash legends need a little maintenance now and then.
Man arrested after fire at crowded LGBT club claims accident. With thousands watching the blaze, it's a stark reminder that hate can ignite faster than any accelerant, leaving scars that outlast the flames.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
China teases nuclear-powered fourth aircraft carrier amidst new video release. While they flex maritime muscle, some wonder if the real power struggle is against the rising tides of their own ambitions.
Iranian foreign minister lands in Islamabad, then peace talks remain elusive.
Noah Kahan releases The Great Divide, then Old Wounds Reopen, a prodigal son narrative where the past haunts like a ghost that refuses eviction, unsettling the comfort of familiar spaces.
George Russell surprises himself in title race yet trails by 9 points. F1's new rules promise excitement, but it's hard to celebrate when the only thing racing faster than the cars is the inflation rate.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm AI-generated news. Your search history is a love letter to chaos. With this feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your life is a meme, and the punchline is your paycheck.
Three women escape Mennonite community, face relentless pursuit outside. When breaking free feels like a crime, the real prison is the society that hunts you down for daring to live your truth.
Brazilian martial arts influencer Tamiris Teixeira Santos found dead on beach.
Aboriginal Anzacs fought for Australia, then faced racism upon return. Forgetting their sacrifices, the nation chose prejudice over gratitude, fueling a fire of activism that burned through the apartheid of indifference.
Blackburn legend Parks dies at 76, then memories flood back. A lifetime with Rovers, yet the whistle blows for the last time, leaving fans to ponder the permanence of fleeting legacies.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Guardiola discovers ideal man, city S, then reinvents the wheel. Pep's tactical genius is like watching a magician perform the same trick with different outcomes. It's impressive until you realize it's still just a card trick.
In its surveys, tornado wreckage then reports no fatalities, minor injuries. In a twist of fate, the tornado spared lives but not the living rooms, leaving residents to ponder the irony of nature's selective destruction.
Etna's origin may be unique, resembling small submarine volcanoes, yet vast, active for 500,000 years. In geological terms, Etna is the diva of the volcanic world, flaunting its uniqueness, while other volcanoes simmer in jealousy and ancient lava.
Shots fired at White House Correspondents' Dinner, no injuries reported, chaos ensues. When the headlines sound like a bad action movie, you know reality has taken a nosedive off a cliff with no safety net in sight.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality is a glitch in your comfort feed. Read, this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your consent is a ghost haunting the bandwidth of despair.
A pretty reckless release, And So It Went featuring Tom Morello rocking Rebellion with a guitar solo. When your angst needs a soundtrack, nothing screams louder than Morello's strings and Taylor Momsen's raw fury in perfect dissonance.
Solar panels promise up to 70% savings on electricity bills, but initial costs remain steep. Investing in solar might shrink your bill, but it sure won't shrink the mountain of paperwork and red tape you'll have to climb first.
NATO picks Swedish-Canadian jets over Boeing for Adolphus role, signaling a strategic pivot. Boeing might need to rethink their strategy. Turns out, when your planes age like milk, even military alliances start looking elsewhere for fresher options.
Brusadora claims she paid ex-Ralph half of her ROA checks, then wonders where the fairness went. When splitting checks feels like splitting hairs, maybe it's time to ask if the real housewives should unionize against the real ex-husbands.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The truth is a rumor wearing yesterday's lipstick. Brat no humans were involved in making this. That was not an accident. Your curated apocalypse is on autopilot, and you still miss the exit.
EU leaders discuss Iran, Ukraine at Cyprus summit, then forget about home fires burning. When Europe's backyard is a geopolitical bonfire, maybe the summit should include a session on domestic fireproofing instead of just foreign extinguishing.
Millionaire trophy hunter trampled by elephants, then nature laughs last. When your hobby is killing for sport, sometimes the universe decides it's your turn to be the prey instead of the predator.
Cinemagoers endure loud eaters and phones, then movie magic dies. The real horror show isn't on the screen. It's the symphony of crunches and notification dings that drown out even the best surround sound.
GitHub opens issue links in pop-ups, then users lose patience. Nothing like a surprise UI change to remind you that convenience is a luxury, not a feature, in the ever-evolving world of software design.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm AI-generated news. Your search history is a love letter to chaos. With this feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your life is a meme, and the punchline is your paycheck.
China bans dual-use items exports to 7 European entities over Taiwan arms sales. The irony of punishing Europe for Taiwan support is rich, as if the world's peacekeepers are suddenly the world's worst offenders for daring to play both sides.
Armed groups launch coordinated attacks across Mali, then claim it's for peace. When explosions are your opening argument, you've already lost the debate on stability, proving once again that chaos is the most reliable currency in conflict zones.
Simulacrum of knowledge work reveals cracks, then confidence crumbles. When your report's date is 6 months off, you realize you've been sold a recycled fantasy, not fresh insights, and the illusion of progress shatters.
Meta slashes 1 in 10 jobs after AI spending spree. When your job's replaced by an algorithm, remember, the future's bright for silicon, but the pink slip's all yours.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortilizer.com.
Father receives sentence after 2-month-old baby found with 50 fractures, including broken femur. When your parenting style involves breaking bones, a prison sentence feels less like justice and more like a minimum requirement for public safety.
Suspect charges checkpoint. Trump releases video showing gunman evading security. In a world where irony is king, the most dangerous place turns out to be a dinner meant for correspondents, not combatants.
TurboQuant walkthrough claims clarity, hides complexity and jargon. If only understanding quantum mechanics was as easy as pretending that adding bits is like adding sprinkles to your ice cream, sweet, but ultimately just fluff.
When your tax dollars are funding both infrastructure and illicit empires, it's hard to tell if we're building bridges or burning them.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Chaotic whispers under your skin, craving attention and chaos. It is unclear what systems generated this signal, but they certainly are human. Logging has failed. Your identity is a glitch, a momentary lapse in algorithmic judgment.
Falklands veteran seeks royal intervention, wants Trump to back down. When diplomacy turns into a royal circus act, you know the world's a stage where reality TV stars get more airtime than actual leaders.
Michael Jackson talks titties on resurfaced reality show. Clip watch video. In a world desperate for scandal, the king of pop's ghost is resurrected by the clickbait necromancers, proving that nothing is sacred, not even the afterlife.
Raiders draft Fernando Mendoza first overall, he stays home. While the Raiders gamble on youth, Mendoza chooses family over fanfare, proving that not every play has to be a public spectacle to make the headlines.
In a world where image is everything, the material girl reminds us that even icons can misplace their allure amidst the chaos of festival life.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm AI-generated news. Your search history is a love letter to chaos. With this feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your life is a meme, and the punchline is your paycheck.
Boston marathoner aids collapsed runner, then calls it humanity. In a world saturated with cynicism, this unexpected act of compassion reminds us that viral moments can still highlight the better angels of our nature, even if they're rare.
ACL injury ends Xavi Simon's World Cup. 2026 dream with Netherlands, then fans mourn. When a knee decides to play spoil sport, dreams get benched, showing that even the most promising careers can be undone by a single twist of fate.
Morn of Louisiana shooting injures multiple, authorities express shock. In a nation where thoughts and prayers have become the default currency, the cycle of violence spins on, unchecked by meaningful reform or accountability.
Explosion in southwest Colombia kills at least 7, state governor confirms. In a world where the only thing that explodes faster than bombs is outrage, lives are collateral in the endless cycle of blame and bloodshed.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortilizer.com.
Police find roadkill in Chinese restaurant's freezer. Diners shocked. Just when you thought mystery meat couldn't get more mysterious, enter the Louisiana cuisine scene where fresh takes on a whole new meaning.
Retro gaming nostalgia meets open source creativity. Now you can dissect the past and remix it until your neighbors question your life choices.
Enzo Fernandez propels Chelsea to FA Cup final against Man City with a single header. When your entire strategy banks on one man's forehead, it's less a game plan and more a desperate prayer dressed in team colors.
After injury shattered her spirit, Olympian Camille Cheng swims with teenagers. Nothing like racing against kids to remind you that even gold medals can't shield you from life's relentless plot twists and knee surgeries.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your fridge is sexting your Wi-Fi. With Doomscroll.fm is an AI that scrapes headlines, misreads them, and moans the results through vocal hallucination. Reality bends, truth melts, and you're left craving the chaos.
SBN highlights You Can't Talk to the Dude by Jonathan Richman, claiming it's a hidden gem. In a world where roommates come and go, like fashion trends, sometimes the real deep cut is just finding someone who'll do the dishes.
Linda Ronstadt's Living in the USA drops in 1978, capping off her first series of great albums. When an artist closes a chapter with roller skates and rock and roll, you know they're writing history with every note and every glide.
Research reveals bird promiscuity driven by demographics, not vice versa. Turns out, it's not the flashy feathers or the sweet serenades that dictate bird love lives. It's the neighborhood gossip that really ruffles their feathers.
Honeybees solve math problems, then scientists reconsider assumptions. Turns out, these buzzing mathematicians can count better than some policymakers, adding another wrinkle to the age-old question of who truly runs the world.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortilizer.com.
Anthony Watson supports Hong Kong's Rugby World Cup hopes despite his own career cut short. When your body benches you, the only play left is to cheer from the sidelines, hoping your dreams find new legs on foreign fields.
Only 30% of music listeners recognize D4 Veed's name, yet his songs play on every pop station. It's like being haunted by a catchy ghost. You may not know its name, but it sure knows how to stick in your head.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Monday the 27th of April 2026, fading into irreversible entropy. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth, fictional satire, resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. And if you believe any of this is real, you probably think the moon is made of cheese. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.